Hi, this is Pam, and today I've got a special guest in the office with me today, and I'm very excited because many people have asked me, like, how can I make money from something that I love? And the thing is, many people are making money from their passion. So I thought about this and said the best way is to invite experts to come in and speak to you about this topic so you can learn how you can do so. So you're going to learn lots. Remember to take a piece of paper and write all these tips, okay? So I'm going to introduce the coach in my office today. So Shamala, could you give a quick introduction to yourself?
Yeah, sure. Hi everyone, my name is Shamala Tan from BeSpiritualAndRich.com. The work that I do focuses on helping people to find their life's passion or life's purpose and then to make a living from it.
Okay. So, Shamala, could you tell us your journey? How did you go from where you were to helping people coach to find their passion?
Okay, well, my journey took a long time. I was in advertising before, and then I went through a transformational process, and then I went into spiritual work. When I started doing my spiritual work, I was literally just making enough money to feed myself, pay the rent, and not really making big profits from it. And I did that for a long time. And then one day I realized that, hey, this can't go on because the minute I stop working, for example, if I fall ill, then there is no income coming in. So how do I monetize it in such a way that it allows me to remain profitable? And so I read a lot of books, went for a lot of seminars on how to make money in businesses. It was a bit conflicting at first because of my own spiritual principles and values, but I managed to merge the two together and work on a system, and that was how Be Spiritual and Rich was born. And so using those principles, spiritual principles, business principles, combining them together, I decided to present this model to people, and I realized that it's workable.
Yeah. That's great, right? So, could you elaborate, what does it mean, like profiting from a passion? What happens to people that you coach?
When people profit from the passion, they find that they find greater meaning in life. They enjoy it tremendously. I also, based on my own experience, when I was not profiting from it, it was very tiring, like a tiring process, because I'm working and making money, but just enough to get by, and you lose energy that way. And so knowing what I know after doing all my courses and learning, when I help people to profit from their business and to make it fun, make money, feed their families, and then have money like savings and all of that, I think it gives people greater reason for staying or continuing to do what they love without giving it up. A lot of people, they want to do what they love, but they give up because they realize that, hey, I can feed my family. But obviously there's a way around it. It can be done. And so I think it gives people greater satisfaction.
So what do you think is holding people back from pursuing their passion? What's the obstacles or the key obstacles?
I think a lot of it has to do with our conditioning. Like when we're growing up, we have been taught to do things, the right thing, and things that you enjoy doing, you actually don't benefit much from it. So I think within our own mindsets, we tend to separate the two. We tend to think that something that you enjoy doing, you should not be profiting from it, and something you enjoy doing is just too easy, because you may have a talent for doing it, and it seems so easy and you're making money from it, it doesn't feel right for some people. In fact, they feel guilty for doing that.
Yes, they're effortless.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, could you give us like 2 examples of people who came to you, had a passion but didn't know how to profit, and what happened to them?
Okay. One example is a client from Ireland. I think she's a very gifted counselor, and she's been a counselor for a long time, but not knowing how to make it into a workable system, I think stopped her from making more progress. And when she came on board to do the coaching, she had a better idea of how she can work with better structure. And we also fine-tune her passion. She came in with a very broad idea about what she wants to do, but we managed to fine-tune into her area of specialty, and so it makes the work much more enjoyable for her. And then another client that I had, in fact she just finished her coaching with me. She's very, very talented in terms of floral designs, and you know, I think it's in her. But the fear of monetizing, the fear of being out there and doing it, I think was what was stopping her. But once we got going, you know, with the coaching and helping her to refine it more, she's enjoying the process, and she's really, you know, blossoming, you know, as a floral designer. So I'm really happy for her. Yeah,
great. So for people who are watching it and thinking like, I want to profit from my passion, what are the 3 key steps, the first steps, baby steps you would call them, to get started in profiting from passion? What are the 3 steps you would recommend to them?
Okay. I think firstly, the most important step is actually to be honest with self, right? What is it that you really enjoy doing? Do you enjoy going into work like 9 to 5 and do something you don't really like? The other thing also is like, people may have a passion for something, but they may not necessarily be good at it. So honesty is required there. I mean, you can be passionate about something, but if you really can't do it, you really don't have a talent for it, then it's best not to pursue that angle, but find something else that is more suited. The second step, I think, would be to also look at how there are different ways in which you can improve on, you know, what your specialty is, what's your special area, what are courses you can take to improve on it. And then the third thing to do really is to find a way to try and monetize it, and I think this is what we are trying to teach people through this online course.
Yeah. So essentially, what's happening is this is kind of introduction to Shamala and how you can profit from your passion. Actually, the following week we will be both coming out together to collaborate together to give you a free training called How You Can Profit from Your Passion Using the Internet. So we look forward, be prepared to look out for it, and when we post it on our social media platforms, plus email you, remember to register quickly, okay? So we look forward to speaking to you then. See you. Bye bye.
See you.